Thank you. You know what? We are proud to introduce Chef Andrew Murtha from Brick Oven Bistro in South Buffalo on Abbott Road.
Yes, yes.
And you are new. How old is the restaurant?
Yeah, we're new to the area. It's 3 months old, and we're getting great support from the community, and we're just glad to be there.
Heard lots of great things about it. You don't have to be afraid. Come a little
Oh,
closer.
I'm sorry.
Okay. First of all, just tell us about your restaurant. Give what kind of food can people expect?
Well, it's kind of a pub concept. We also have a brick oven. We have great brick oven pizzas. Yeah, really fresh ingredients, and we're kind of focusing on pub food, but we're stepping it up a little bit, and you know, giving the community what they want, but you know, in a stepped up kind of way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What is your most popular pizza?
Probably the margarita. We have the hand pulled mozzarella. We do it ourselves, and
You make
know,
the mozzarella
it goes over
yourself?
really well. Yeah.
A good friend of mine, really into the food business, said you can tell a restaurant by its margarita pizza if they have brick oven pizza. So we are today going to make something a little bit more fancy, a Scallop Primavera.
Yeah, it's just kind of a nice pasta dish. You know, the weather's starting to get a little warmer, but we still get those rainy days and those cold days. So it's kind of one of those, you know, cross-season dishes where it can be comforting, you know, yet, you know, healthy and refreshing at the same time.
We like to hear that.
Yeah.
I have to show you this. Look at these. These are scallops. They look like large pieces of fish. Are these special kinds of scallops?
These are U10 scallops, and they're dry packed.
That's
Yeah.
indicative of the size? The
Right,
U10?
yeah, and they're not dredged. You know, a lot of times when they dredge for scallops, they break the shells and they break apart, and that's, you know, pretty
Not good.
negative. Yeah.
All right, let's give folks, there's a list of ingredients. What do they need to get together to make this?
Well, this is a pretty versatile dish, and you can do it any time of the year. I would just say just get some seasonal vegetables. I have some zucchini and squash, some tomatoes and pearl onions. And as far as the prep, you know, I just have some garlic and shallots, herbs. You can use whatever herbs that you like, and butter, wine, and cream.
Wow, sounds simple, but is it?
It is.
Can I make this?
Yeah.
A
yeah,
non-cook?
Definitely. Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
I'll hold you to that.
Yeah.
We'll check and see. We're going to start getting our recipe together in our next segment. For now, though, we're going to check and see what the weather's like outside a little.
Welcome back. We're in the kitchen with a new chef, Chef Andrew. Welcome.
Thanks.
We're making our Scallop Primavera. Good dish, like we were saying, for a day like today, kind of a transitional day outside.
Yeah, exactly. What you're going to need for the dish as far as prep, you know, just any kind of seasonal vegetables that you like would work with this. But I've just, you know, got some zucchini and squash cut up. I have some tomatoes and roasted pearl onions. I just threw them in the oven really quick.
Okay.
Got our scallops. You can also do shrimp. You can do chicken. You know, whatever protein
Just whatever
you really
you
want
want.
to do.
And like Vic said, those are big scallops.
Yeah, they're very nice. And this is homemade pasta. You don't have to use homemade pasta. You know, you can go to the box pasta. You know, realistically, you know, not everybody's going to do that at home, but you know, just do your pasta ahead of time and cool it off on a tray, and you know, a little olive oil on it, and you're fine.
Okay, I was asking you about this. Here, I'll bring it into your shot, John. What are these?
This is kind of a cool spring thing. These are sunflower sprouts, and every vegetable or you know anything really edible has its peak flavor.
Okay.
You know, right when the leaves first split like that, and that's why a lot of the microgreens and stuff like that are kind of becoming more popular because they have so much flavor.
So is that going to be part of our dish?
Yeah, it'll be a little garnish for the dish, and it'll lighten it up a little bit.
Okay, and you're with the Brick Oven Bistro in South Buffalo.
Yeah.
And you guys you have some new exciting things going on.
Yeah, we're starting to cater now, and we're, you know, catering a little bit to the hospital and surrounding, you know, businesses, and we're also open on Sundays. And that's going really well. You know, we're getting really good support from the community on that, too.
If somebody was interested in getting catered by you, what could they expect? Like, what kind of menu would you pull together?
So far with the catering, we're doing mostly, you know, sandwich things, but, you know, everything's homemade.
Right.
You know, it's homemade bread, homemade condiments. The meats are roasted right in the brick oven, and everything's really fresh.
And you try to source locally, right?
Yes, we do. We support a lot of local purveyors.
Okay, so coming up, we're going to have our long cooking segment where we're going to get this whole dish cooked in 5 minutes. So stay with us. We'll be right back. Chef Andrew's cooking today, making Scallop Primavera, Brick Oven Bistro in South Buffalo. You can get this dish there?
Yeah. On the menu, it's called pepper del pasta, and you can add chicken or scallops or whatever you like to the dish.
Okay, so let's start cooking.
All right. Well, I have a hot pan here. I've got some boiling water, and I also have a black steel pan, which I mostly use for all my proteins and stuff like that.
Okay.
So,
Why?
it gets a better sear and it holds up better.
Okay.
And you can baste in them and not ruin them. So I'm just going to start with a little oil here.
Okay.
And add my vegetables and just give them a quick flash
Okay.
with a little salt and white pepper. And I use white pepper because I like the flavor a little bit better.
Okay.
And also it doesn't really show up like black specks. You know what I mean?
So it looks a little bit more.
Yeah,
kind of
it's got a little bit better of a
visually.
look.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm using a white meat or anything like that, I tend to use white pepper.
Okay.
So I just got some pearl onions and tomatoes there.
How long are we going to cook this for?
I'm just going to get a little color on the vegetables. I'm going to add a sauce, so I don't want to drench them too much, you know, in the beginning.
Okay.
And I got some shallots here.
Chopped.
Yeah, just minced up shallots.
Just flavor
Yeah, that just
enough
adds,
to taste,
Yeah.
however you want them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I happen to love shallots, so I put a lot in there.
Okay.
And a little bit of garlic. I only put a little bit in there. Not so
Okay.
much.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, it's a little early for garlic too, so just gonna give that a toss.
Now, your restaurant, South Brick Oven Bistro, is on 904 Abbott Road. So if you're
Yeah.
watching at home, go check it out. Also, you're open on Sundays now and doing catering. So
Yeah,
you have
Sundays
a party
and
coming
catering.
up?
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing a lot of stuff for graduations and stuff like that, so, and we're happy to do it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of white wine. And I tend to use anything, anything that I would drink, I tend to use.
Okay. The fire, fine.
Yeah, the fire's fine. It's just burning off alcohol.
Okay. So is it true then when you put the wine into a dish, it does burn off the alcohol? It burns the alcohol out of it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it all evaporates. All right, so as this reduces, the flavor is going to increase a little bit, and I'm going to start my my scallops. here.
Okay. So you have this pan pretty hot. I saw you checking it for heat earlier, right?
Yeah, this pan is very hot. You want it to be, when you're getting a sear on the scallops, because you want to seal all this flavor in.
Okay.
And I'm just going to use salt and again the white pepper, because we're
Okay.
dealing with the white protein. And I usually pat them dry on a towel like this.
You don't want to put them in there.
Yeah, if they're too wet, they'll stick to the pan,
Okay.
and then they'll start to tear, and that's definitely bad.
And you were saying, a lot of times you just grab the frozen scallops out of the grocery store, but fresh is a must.
Yeah, definitely for the scallops, fresh as a must. So I'm just going to add a little oil here,
Okay.
and I'm going to put my scallops in.
And these cook pretty quickly, right?
They do. They take about 2 minutes.
On each side or just total?
I would say 2 to 3 minutes total.
Okay.
Just going to go back to my pasta, and I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice
Okay.
that I squeezed fresh, and I just strained it to get any of the seeds out.
Okay. And when you're searing scallops, you don't want to touch them, right? You just want to let them
Yeah,
sit
just
there
let
and
them
sear.
cook. A big misconception, a lot of people think tossing a pan around and stuff like that is cooking it. Just let it be, just let it cook.
Okay.
Going to add a little bit of cream to this just to stabilize the wine.
Okay.
And
How
just
does it
incorporate
stabilize
that.
the wine?
Well,
Asking the tough questions
if
here.
if I reduce the wine and then I start to fold in the butter, it'll have a tendency to break. And the wine adds a little bit of fat, and it's just going to stabilize the sauce for
Okay.
me.
Now we know.
Now you know.
And you're also using fresh pasta that you handmade.
Yeah, this is
pasta.
homemade pasta. And, again, you can use the box stuff. It's fine.
Or you can go to the restaurant.
Or you can go to the
Brick
restaurant.
Oven Bistro.
Yeah, even better.
and get it there.
All right, so the scallops are cooking pretty good.
Okay, so we have about 30 seconds left.
Okay. Oh, boy.
If you don't finish, that's okay. So we put our pasta in. Do you want to have the water boiling already a little bit?
Yeah, the water should be boiling, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to fold in a little bit of butter here,
Okay.
and I'm just going to let that incorporate.
Okay.
I'm going to try and flip my scallops, see how we did.
Okay.
Yeah, not too much of this here.
So let them there for a little bit longer, maybe?
Yeah, just leave them in for a bit longer.
Okay, well, we're going to let our scallops cook a little bit longer. We're going to head to break now. Coming back, we'll have the finished dish.
Okay, delicious. I love your pasta and the scallops and these wonderful sunflower sprouts.
Yeah.
What are you making for our second helping? It's just something creative with the leftover scallops.
Yeah, if you happen to have all these ingredients together, you can just, all I've done here is just reduced a little bit of wine, and just like the sauce before, I just added a little cream, then folded in butter. And
In that order? You
yeah,
put the wine
in that
first?
order. Yeah, it's called a beurre blanc sauce.
Oh,
So, you know, you can just plate that up. It's basically the same sauce as we just did. And, you know, we happen to have our tomatoes and our sunflower sprouts, so we can use that too. I'm going to steal your scallops here.
Oh, I didn't know those were tongs. I thought you were really well versed in chopsticks. I was going to say, brother, welcome to my family. This is a dish that you offer at the restaurant.
Yes.
What are some other popular favorites that you're known for?
Our burger goes over really well. We grind it in-house, and we make our own buns and everything.
That's important
That's
these days. They know
that's a
that
huge
you
hit.
grind it in-house.
Yeah, and I love a good burger, so
Me too.
everybody knows that.
What kind of bun do you put it on?
We make our Kaiser buns in-house.
Do you pretty much do everything? Because you make homemade pasta.
Yeah, we
You
do the
have
mayonnaise.
everything homemade?
Yeah, everything is homemade.
Your location again? Abbott Road?
904 Abbott Road.
What are the cross streets? Is it in between something?
Narragansett and Abbott, that's the cross street. It's right across from the Discovery Elementary School.
And you are a community man. You live in South Buffalo.
I do,
You have a
I do.
family, your wife,
Yep.
and everything else.
Yeah.
Are we announcing?
Yeah, my wife happens to be pregnant, so we're really excited about that. Yeah.
Congratulations. You're just past 3 months.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we want to wish you much luck with that. Hope she
Thank
feels
you.
better.
Yeah.
It's that tough time, rocky
Yeah.
time. You have to start making her
She'll
some
be all
really
right.
nice
She's
food.
the best.
Absolutely. It was so nice
Yeah,
to
it was
have you
great
here.
to
We
meet
hope
you.
you
Thanks
come
for
back
having
again,
me.
Andrew.